welcome back to another episode of the Bell Ringers podcast with yours truly, Ryan McDonald.
Trevor Lay.
Yeah, we are missing one compatriot today. Ty is sick, so he is not here for this week, but he'll be back next week, I guess. We're going to start off by talking about Zeke. Probably the biggest offseason move this whole NFL offseason is Zeke is going back to the Cowboys. That was, I mean, the biggest move in the whole world, right? I mean, it's got to
I mean,
be.
to them, that is their biggest move, honestly. I think
That's
that's
them
literally the
going
biggest
all
move.
in.
He
It's
said he's
just
there to chase rings. I don't know how
wedding
that
rings. I don't know
already.
what rings he's getting. Ring pops. He's not getting Super Bowl rings there.
Dak Prescott cock ring.
Yeah, there you go. That's a ring. That doesn't do it for me with them. I don't think they did not make nearly enough moves this offseason to do anything.
They really couldn't. I think they only had 8 mil going into it, and then yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. They really couldn't.
that I mean
And
they're
there's
gonna
no
pay
sign of them
CD.
getting better either.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna pay CD Lamb too, and Dak wants more. Like they have more money they're gonna have to pay. They're not getting
Dak
any.
Dak's not a good quarterback. I mean, he's good against bad teams, but he's not gonna win you a Super Bowl. He's shown that.
He's
So
great in the
you
regular season. Like he'll get you to the playoffs, but he's not gonna do much there.
Yeah, I mean, you literally have to move on from like he makes too much money. You traded for Trey Lance. I mean, you might as well just ride with Trey Lance. You're gonna get the same result.
Yeah, I mean it's ultimately kind of like those kind of like yeah, you want a guy that can get you there, but at the same time, you need a guy that's going to perform well in those playoffs, and he's going to step above and like kind of raise the play of the guys around him. I mean, you've had so many other guys around Dak and his supporting cast. Like his supporting cast has never been an excuse. Like he's had great supporting casts. If he can't do it with like Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb, like all those guys, Zeke, like he's not going to. So at that
Dude,
point,
I
you
mean,
kind of just
no,
want to, huh?
his first year or two in the league when him and Zeke won awards and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
and like it's not like it'd be one thing if they got like to the NFC Championship game or got to the Super Bowl. They're just not even getting there.
can't.
So
They're
yeah, I mean
cursed.
it's I think you kind of you cut ties. I mean not saying you save money, but like it's also a lot easier to build a team around the guy that's not making 40-50 million dollars a year. We're kind of getting lucky the way Hertz's contract is kind of structured.
This
So
is
it's
how
not
he's genius.
yeah. So it's not all just on one year or a couple years. So it ends up spreading the money out a lot. And the cap hit isn't nearly as much. Tyler Boyd did just sign to the Tennessee Titans, which doesn't really do anything for me. I mean,
Yeah,
it's cool for Will Levis, but he's not the greatest wide receiver. He's a wide receiver three, in my opinion.
I don't know. They're kind of in a rough spot too.
Yeah, I mean, they're still rebuilding. They clean sweep in the front office and then got rid of Vrabel, which I don't think was the
Uh,
right idea. But also, I think he's probably better suited for a team that's ready to win and not a rebuilding kind of
yeah,
team.
he also probably didn't want to do the
Yeah.
rebuild
Well, that's why
rebuild
I, I
thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of like mutual. And like I think for them it's like we don't want because like he's more than likely going to get them to get wins and like overplay what they should. And then they're probably thinking like we'd rather just not do well and get better draft picks because we don't want to
Yeah,
just be like we don't want to be like 8-9 or 9-8 every season. We'd rather go those like 4-13
yeah.
seasons and getting a better pick.
Also, just rebuild now before your new stadium is built, so people are even
Yeah.
more excited.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. When is that supposed to be done? I mean, probably not for like 10
Probably
years,
like
right?
26, 27, I would
Yeah.
assume. I don't even know if they started it yet,
Well, that's, I
honestly.
mean, I didn't know if they started, so I feel like usually it takes a while, but who knows? Only other football news, I guess, was the Tom Brady roast, which I think we both thought was really good. The only most of like the players were okay. I really thought Gronk's was terrible. I thought his all of his jokes were terrible.
I just like that Gronk was Gronk. Like he didn't do to like he didn't he probably didn't even know he was doing it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
The only one
like
that
wait, I gotta go up there.
the only part I thought was funny was like when he was like talking about like Tom Brady's like 13,000 mile like cock going up to fuck Bill Belichick. He's like,
Yeah,
I wrote that one. It's like, yeah, I think we all realize that, Gronk. I don't think anyone thought that someone else wrote that for you.
dude. I mean, the funniest part with him was to me was when Belichick blew the whistle and he said, "Don't read that." And he said, "No, I'm gonna read
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
that."
I think it was for that. It might have been for that joke or something. Another one. That was good. I mean, all the comedians I thought did a great job. Like the
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember
Hinchcliffe,
the
Tony
names, but
Hinchcliffe did great. with
He was definitely the
the
best.
Hell Gnaws It. That was I dying at that.
I didn't think that Bert was that funny. I think he could have done a lot better.
I thought theirs was hilarious. I was cracking up at him and Segura's like slideshow. Like when they're talking about like oh like talking about MLB and be like it's supposed to be America's pastime and now it's not even played by Americans and then just Segura just starts going off in Spanish. He's like, "What, you traitor?" But I thought a lot of I thought theirs was really good.
Yeah, I
Andrew
mean the whole
Schultz
thing
wasn't
it's
too bad.
so long, but it's like entertaining the whole time.
Oh yeah,
Even I don't think Kevin Hart's that funny, but he was very funny
yeah.
overall.
I thought he did a really good job with it. And it was also nice. It was like I mean, just 3 hours of like no commercials. Like there was the whole thing was just ripping the whole
Yeah.
time. And like they just started everyone just bagging on Bledsoe. Like why are you here? Like don't you hate this guy?
He's done enough.
Just so many Giselle jokes and Aaron Hernandez. Sorry, go
Seeing
ahead.
like Patriots players themselves shit on Aaron Hernandez is kind of like wild to see.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, it's another funny joke I forgot about. But Bill Belichick when he's like this is the roast of Tom Brady, not to be confused with the roast of Bill Belichick called the
yeah,
Dynasty on the Apple TV. Him and Robert Kraft look like they actually did not like each other, which I'm not surprised about. But because they ended up
yeah.
getting they like forced them to do a shot together. Shane Gillis was there. I really wish I would have gotten him to go on stage and say
Oh
something.
man, dude.
Because with him being a big Birds fan too, I know he would have just been like, "Yeah, fuck you. You remember 2018 when we beat you?"
Yeah, his roast, he would have just started playing the Super Bowl on the, on the screen. The wildest thing to me that came out of that was Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend or wife
Yeah.
saying like, I get it if he just like killed himself and didn't do anything wrong, but like
Oh yeah. Well, which I think in
he's
that
a
case they
fucking
wouldn't have.
murderer.
Yeah. Like I think in that case they wouldn't have made fun of. That's why
Yeah, no,
people like.
absolutely not.
I saw a bunch of people being like, "Oh, like just wait until she finds out what her father did."
Yeah,
Like,
probably shouldn't know her father because he literally killed people. But
and like I get like oh like if like she doesn't want like kids in her like whatever school or whatever to make fun of her and like say stuff to her, but like they would have been saying stuff either way. Like it if it's a public thing, it's been out there for years. Just try and hide the fact that that's her dad for as long as you can.
yeah,
I saw
exactly.
Giselle apparently got also got butt hurt, but it's like you
Oh,
like
you cheated on your
yeah.
the best football player of all time.
I forget who said it, but the one joke was pretty funny where they're like come on man, how'd you not know better? Like she was going to 8 classes a day for 5 years and she's still a white belt.
I think that was Scholes.
That's what I thought, but that was a good one. But that
Peyton
was
Manning coming out was cool.
yeah.
Do you see what Eli tweeted? He said, I was going to do the roast, but I didn't want to roast him for a third time.
Oh yeah. I was hoping they're gonna get Nick Foles there, but I think he's actually scared of him.
I think he actually hates
Yeah, that's what I
him.
think. But
Rolling into
moving,
baseball, the
yeah,
Phillies,
best
best
record in
team.
baseball. We might have just saw them lose today, but it's their first loss at home in I think 12 games. I mean, we're
Yeah, that would have been our 12th in a row. Or, yeah, that would have been 12th in a row to tie the franchise record.
yeah. I mean, that would have been our eighth game in a row just in general. That was we were 7-1 on our last eight.
It's
Last night
crazy.
against Berrios, who had the best ERA in the AL, I think with like 144. We just smoked him, boosted his ERA up to 288, so doubled his ERA in one night, and he just gets probably bounced out of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like what they're doing is crazy because they went on what a 7 game win streak before this one, lost one, and then did it again.
Yeah, I think so,
And they
basically.
don't play a good team until they play the Rangers in a couple series. But then after that, it's not till the Orioles, which is mid-June.
Yeah, but I think June and July is pretty stacked because I know July with the Dodgers and the Yankees. But I mean, even still, like, I
It's
think
in
this team is
late
going to be able
July.
to do well against some of those teams. I mean, it's not going to be the same domination, but we're we're our pitching is doing incredible and our batting is doing incredible so far. I mean, obviously you have your off
that's
nights, like,
two.
but
That's two back-to-back NOLA starts that are a little shaky, but
yeah, but even so, I think what did he give up 3 before he got taken out in like the seventh or probably the sixth?
I think he was charged with four
Oh, damn,
because
it was way off.
those two
I thought he
runners
made at
scored.
least 5.
No, yeah, he made it to the fifth or sixth inning, but I
Oh
think he
yeah,
gave up
5 and
four.
2/3. Yeah, okay. So he almost had a full 6 innings pitched. Yeah, 4 earned. Yeah, that's a little much.
And that's
Y-
back-to-back starts with that too.
What his last one was, yeah, 4-2. He didn't have that many earned last time. He just only got 4 innings. They didn't put him back out there. But even so, like like he's a guy where like his ERA is just 3, like 8.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna give you like maybe like 7, 8 innings or 6 innings, but they're gonna get 2 runs. You're gonna get 3 runs. Like he has those
Uh,
times where he has like 1, and he has those times where he has like 4 or 5. So he just dead in the middle at like a 3 ERA. Like Ranger
I,
and Wheeler are the guys that can like go these like multiple starts in a row without giving up runs.
yeah, I'm just happy that the home runs seem a little bit less from him because it was kind of
Yeah.
like last year was kind of like two a game, two solos a game. Now
Well, at least
I
like I
haven't
mean,
seen him really give him any.
at least usually like when he would do that, it was only solos, but still like it was annoying just to see guys get big jacks off of him. I mean, Hamels was
Yeah,
the same way if you remember that for a while. He would give a bunch of solo shots out.
yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's
It's
about like
exciting though. It's
yeah, it's been nice going to the games too and actually like. So I think last year our record did not start out
that was
well.
terrible. It was like I don't think we saw a win for like the first 5 games.
Yeah,
Now we're 3-1.
might be yeah 3 or 4 and 1 with another game next Thursday.
Is it
Um,
Thursday or Friday?
I think it's Thursday because the when we get the free tickets, it wasn't it. There were
Oh
no
yeah,
Friday
yeah.
ones. But I mean, I'm sure you guys saw, or hopefully you saw our fastball freeze review. We're doing many more of those. That
We
one
got
wasn't.
two more coming soon from today.
Yeah. Probably gonna wait to post that sometime this week. Or actually, it might be out by the time you see this. But I think, I mean, that one, that was not the greatest. I think we both thought. But I think I'm gonna try that again when it's hot out. I mean, today was hot and I got very burnt. Can't really see it too well on
Yeah,
camera, but it was bad. I got burnt up. Thankfully, my face
yeah.
didn't.
When
But
that shade and the wind wasn't going, it was hot.
yeah, I was like looking. I was like, might not be a bad idea to sit on the other side of the stadium next year because of that. It's a
I feel
ton of
like
shade.
at that time when we get burnt, like I feel like the sun's just over us regardless. We gotta look under the awning.
But I was
We gotta
like,
get under awning
yeah,
seat.
which I wouldn't mind if we're under the awning on like the first level. I wouldn't be under the awning on the
No,
second.
yeah,
So that might be something we could try. But the only thing that stinks is when we do like these kind of tickets. I don't think we don't get a choice in the row. We kind of just have to
yeah. You
hope.
just have to keep have to just keep canceling
Yeah.
out.
No, no, no. I mean, at least by the time fucking October comes around, we'll be fine. But it is. I mean, now I remember why we kept just sitting at the top or standing at the top of
Oh yeah, dude.
like
There's a game later in the season. I think it's like mid July at 4 o'clock. I'm not going to that. I'm not doing that to myself.
I'll probably go, but I'll probably just gonna be
Uh,
sitting
Yeah, or I'll
like
just stand under
yeah,
the
yeah. So I mean, like I'm not gonna be sitting in the seats.
4 o'clock in the summer, bro. No
Jeez.
thanks.
I guess
Yeah, I
we
don't know. It's really exciting, and a lot of Orioles fans that listen to us. I mean, they're on a tear right now too.
yeah. I mean, they're both
Gunnar
two pretty
Henderson hit
fun.
a home run tonight. I bet that yesterday.
Nice. I didn't realize they're ahead of the Yankees right now. But I mean, also a
Yeah,
really fun team to watch.
going down to Baltimore to see the Phillies play would be sick, but
Yeah. I mean, we have the best record and they have the third best record, so right there with us.
who's second? Dodgers.
Yeah. But I guess if we're gonna keep updating our, teams that we picked, my best team that I picked, Mariners, currently top of the AL West. Top of the AL West, and I got the Rangers just out of the wild card, and then the Astros are way down there at the bottom. That was not a good pick. Not very good. They're worse than
I
the
mean, they
Oakland
always start out
Athletics.
slow too, though.
Huh?
They always start out super slow too.
I mean,
Not
they're
never
still.
this slow.
I think they're still waiting on a couple of pitchers to come back too. So hopefully they get better.
um, rolling into mine, I got the Orioles in first place, 3 games up on the Yanks. And then I have the Dodgers in first place, 6.5 up on the Padres, and the Reds 4.5 out of first place in the Central. And Ty, I know he has the Yankees. I don't really remember
I'm trying to
what
remember who
Yankees
else
and
he has.
Rays.
Feel like he has the Rays or the Blue Jays.
Are all
Uh,
3 of his in the same division? I think you
all
said.
three of mine are the same. All of mine are in the AL West.
Oh, okay.
I happen to have the top two of the AL West and the worst in the AL West. It just kind of happened where I picked the Rangers because obviously they won last year. I thought they were going to keep going. I like the Astros, and then I also like the Mariners. I didn't even it wasn't even dawning on me until the very end that I picked all of them from the same division. Because I think like it also just like by like chance like because you took the Orioles like really early, or else I would have been on them as well.
Yeah, they're my first pick.
Yeah,
Them and the Dodgers my
yeah.
first.
But basically, I think both the Orioles and the Dodgers were gone by the time I came up.
I
So, and
because
like
I think I
which
picked third that draft, and I picked them back to back. I'm pretty sure.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I might have taken the Rangers like second overall or something like that. But by the time I came around, I know I didn't really have either the Dodgers or the Orioles, and I wasn't taking the Braves, and we also took a pact that we couldn't take the Phillies. So, I guess moving on from baseball to the NBA, our Sixers are gone. They're dead. Season's over. Tobias Harris is gone. Thank gosh. Get that guy out of here, please. Now we have to look forward into what we do this offseason and how we kind of prep for next year and beyond.
Yeah, a lot of people want Jimmy Butler and Paul George, and I don't really want either of them.
Well, the thing is, we have like the most cap space in the MLB or NBA coming this offseason. I would like to go for Paul George, mainly for the fact that I want to think he would do well here and fit our system. And signing him as a free agent, we don't have to give anything up. We don't have to trade. Like with Jimmy Butler would be great, but we'd have to trade and give things away, give picks, give contracts away. Those are things that if we just sign Paul George, come contract or trade deadline time, we could use those assets to go get another player if we thought we needed it. I mean, ultimately, we need to sign another another star, in my opinion. I don't think we can really, with Joel's injury history, I don't think we can just build around with role players.
I kind of talked myself into really liking Pascal Siakam, and I think he'd fit really well here.
I mean, I would be fine with that to be honest as well. But I kind of just figured he was going to sign back with Indiana.
Yeah, you'd think, but who wants to play in Indiana?
Yeah, I
Honestly,
mean, I would much rather that because he's younger too. So I mean, I'd take that. But I think
yeah, I
that's
think he's
how.
4 years younger than Paul George,
Yeah,
I
but I mean,
believe.
I do think Paul George's like skill set really fits here. I mean, he'd be good like around maxing a beat, and I don't think he's like, yeah, he wants the ball, but it's not like Jimmy Butler, where like Jimmy Butler, like if he doesn't have the ball in his hand, he's pissed.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler even has his own injury history. Like he's not been all that healthy, and like he's kind of shown he doesn't really try in the regular season. He waits till the playoffs,
Mm.
like say Joel Embiid goes down, like we need you to step up and play. But I mean, beyond that, we also need to just sign a bunch of role players. I hope they bring Kelly Oubre back, and I think they will.
Need to bring Kelly Oubre back. He was electric.
Yeah, I mean, he
But
was
I mean, the
big
role player
energy guy.
shit. Like every other team that's good in the playoffs rolls out the same eight guys every playoff game. So I don't want to see fucking two backup centers anymore. I want three really good people off the bench, and
Yeah,
that's
I mean, I would like a good backup center behind Joel, also for the fact that when he goes down, but there's only
yeah,
so many of those in the league you can get. I would just, I mean, it's a hard thing to kind of ask for, but if you can find someone to fit Joel's skill set as much as you can, because also like when he goes out or like when he's like off the floor, it's so because like if you have like a completely different center, then you have to completely switch up the offense, which is not easy. You're like coaching these guys one way to play basketball one way and play the offense one way, and then another guy comes in and you have to completely change everything. It's tough. So if they could find a center that has at least some defense and on offense is able to shoot from the outside and back a guy down a little bit. Like obviously it's gonna be nowhere near Joel's level, but if you can find at least a mediocre version of Joel to just kind of maybe be like more of an easier fit would be nice.
it really sucks because I want Dalton Connect bad, but I know he's gonna go in like the top five of the draft.
I saw we were
Because
that's where I saw a mock draft that's we got him in that, but that's not.
we got him,
Yeah, we got him in the mock draft. That's what it showed. Yeah,
dude.
that would be
If we
sweet.
got Dalton Connect, bro, I would literally be the happiest person on earth.
Would you want them to re-sign Buddy Hield? Because that's another one that we're gonna have to make a decision on.
Yeah, because I don't know, I like Buddy a lot. He didn't really play much, and I don't know. It's kind of I feel like that was kind of his first experience in the playoffs, so it could have been some shell shock
I
to
mean, yeah, well,
where
yeah, it was. I mean, I think depending on like how much money he wants, I would like to, because I think he still does bring what we need around Joel, and that's just 3-point shooting, just prolific 3-point shooting. I mean, he did have a big stretch before the playoffs where he kind of underperformed, but I think given a full offseason and more time to kind of get situated in the city and with the team, I think he'd perform a lot better. I think he kind of like this is by far the I mean this league's way his first playoff experience, so this is the best team he's been on. So I
Yeah,
think given time to actually play around Joel and kind of figure out like the offense, I think he would perform a lot better. So I would like to. I don't know how much he's gonna want. I don't think he's
he
really gonna
can't.
ask for
I
much.
can't really think he would want a lot. Yeah,
I mean he's been coming off the bench, like so I don't think he's gonna ask for much.
yeah.
I don't really think there's anyone out there that's gonna offer him that much either. So I mean him and Uber are the two I want to keep retain from the team the most that we don't have already signed.
Yes, there's not really anybody else. I mean, I think everybody else is gone. But you just signed Ricky Council, who
Yeah,
he should be good for a little while.
I think he's a
But
decent backup for.
yeah, I mean, he was going crazy in the season. I don't.
Yeah,
It's really concerning. He didn't. I don't know why he didn't get any minutes in the playoffs,
yeah.
especially when they're
Would rather
struggling.
I would have rather played him over Tobias, which I
I
can't wait to
would
see
have
Tobias in
rather
another jersey. I can't wait to see him in a different jersey. I don't want him here anymore at all.
Detroit Pistons. But I would. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather see Joel Mabamba and Paul Reed on the floor than see Tobias Harris on the floor ever.
Yeah, which I mean we still have Paul Reed signed because we signed him at the last season.
Yeah,
I
he needs to
think
figure it out.
I think we still have Turquavian Smith. I don't know if we have to. I mean I wouldn't mind getting him because he was good at times. I mean he's just like a random bench guy. He's not gonna be expensive. He's probably just gonna set a minimum. But oh, I guess we have to sorry like Lowry, Campaign, some of those guys. I mean, I think I'd probably prefer Lowry over Campaign. It's
I
kind of
feel like
tough.
Campaign's definitely going to be back cheap.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like he's going to be a guy that just wants to stay.
I feel like Lowry kind of just wants to stay in Philly and this be like his last final team. He just play for his
Yeah,
home team.
absolutely. Might even retire now, honestly.
I
But
don't know if he go that early, but I mean,
dude,
I'm so far in the playoffs. I'm surprised. Well, the second round. So far, I'm surprised that the Wolves are up 2-0. But now I'm almost. I think they might just 4-0. I mean, they're
I think they're going to win the finals, honestly. Like,
yeah,
their defense
they're
is
looking
so good.
disgusting. And I mean, I
Their
think
defense is so good, and they didn't have the defensive player of the year those
yeah,
games. That's
and like,
insane, dude.
I think Anthony Edwards is gonna push for possibly being the best player in the NBA in a couple of years. He is disgusting. That
The way
dude
he's
is a
playing right
baller.
now is literally like it's out of his mind.
Oh yeah. I just I
and
like.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to see them in the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals so bad, but
Oh
every
yeah.
game would be on the 10 o'clock. So, but that would be a really good series. I think that the Wolves would walk all over the Mavericks.
Oh
Just
yeah.
nothing would be going Luca's way, and he'd be throwing a fit.
I still think they would probably like they probably walk a decent amount over the Thunder, but that's mainly just because they're younger and I mean it's just like it's hard to stop Ant when you also have two like when you have Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns like that's it's a lot of man you got to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I forget about Cat a lot on that team, and he's one of the best players in the NBA. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah, I saw. I think he had a quote. He's like it's not like we hear all this stuff like we're not a big three. We're a big team. And everyone's like, dude, no one's talking about you for a big three. Like you're it's just Ant.
yeah,
Get
it's Ant with a really good supporting cast. Who gives a shit about the big three? I hope they win to cancel that stuff out. Like I don't, you don't really need a big three. It's annoying.
no. Well, that's what I mean. Like I only think we kind of need to sign a third star just with Embiid's injury history. But I think you can get away with like two guys and just a bunch of role players that are like a little more expensive. That are a little bit better than minimum guys. But you kind of need those stars to then be healthy because if they get hurt, then you're screwed.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you have like the Knicks, like they don't really have like, I mean Brunson's been going off, but for the most part they don't have like a true superstar. Like it's just a like 6 7 guys that are like all like very good role players.
and Brunson got hurt tonight. I think he came back in though. He's only got 5 points at halftime,
I gotta put that game on. I've been watching the
and they
Bruins
are
game.
down by 10. I mean, and then the East, dude, this series will be good, but I don't really care about it. And then the other The other series is just shit, dude.
Oh yeah,
The
it's
Lakers might. I mean, the Celtics might beat them by 20 every night.
yeah. But there's so I mean, yeah, it's sad, but I mean the Cavs and the Magic were just it. Everyone knew they were not gonna. Whoever came out of that matchup was gonna just get murdered.
Yeah, I do love Paulo though. Paulo's
Yeah,
sick.
but he just doesn't have enough around him, and he's also too young himself. I mean, it's good for him to get the experience, but he's not there yet. We'll see.
Um,
NHL playoffs have been kind of fun too. I had two OT games last night with the Rangers, Hurricanes, and Stars, and was it Avalanche? Yeah, two very intense games. Very fun to watch.
dude, this. I mean, this round and beyond of the hockey playoffs is just unreal watch. If you don't watch hockey and want to get into it, now's the time.
Yeah, it's like I didn't really watch too much in the first round just because like I wasn't like I was like I can wait until next round. I'll actually watch it when it gets started. When because like most of the first round, I think there was a couple series that got closer towards the end, but most of the first round series were like 3-1 or 4-1, 4-0 and stuff like that. So I was like, let me just wait. But these ones so far, the games themselves have just been insane.
Yeah, the cool thing with hockey is even if the series is like that, every game is still very competitive.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's good. I like it. I always throw over bets on these players on the team's goals, and they usually hit. I like them. Like through the Rangers, 3.5 goals every game is almost automatic.
Oh yeah, I remember you were ripping stuff like that in the season. And like you could also like the right. I can't remember his name. What's the Rangers goalie's name? Is
The
Galoff?
Rangers goalie.
Yeah, isn't it is Galoff or something like that? So I think he also has like an insane streak of not letting up more than 3 goals in a game.
Oh, Shesterkin.
Shesterkin, yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know, what's it, but like, I think he has like, an insane a record of games that he's just not let up more than 3 goals. So like you could just keep ripping under 3.5 for the other team. But I'm sure they kind of made the odds pretty tough on that one.
Yeah.
Pretty long or yeah, short. What am I saying?
What's the score of the Bruins game? You said it's tied.
It was I just switched to the Pacers games. I'm not really sure. Oh,
Oh,
it's
the Panthers
shoof.
up 3-1. What the?
Says switched off. Jeez, that's it. Second intermission. Damn. All
Could have
right.
swore the Oilers already played.
No, no, they play tonight, don't they?
Yeah, I could have swore they played already. That's crazy. But yep,
All right.
summertime.
Yeah.
Get out to the ballparks. Get to the beach.
Like I said, we'll be making some more content at the game soon. But that's it for this week. Hopefully, Tyler will be back for next week. See you guys.
Dude's always sick, man.
Yeah, he is. He
All
got us
right,
sick last
see
time.
ya.